For this video, what I want to do is show you how to find the angle between two vectors. So to find the angle between two vectors, we're going to use the relationship that cosine of the angle theta is equal to the dot product of u and v. And remember, the dot product is equal to a times c plus b times d divided by the magnitude of u times the magnitude of v. And remember, to find the magnitude, you just take the square root of a squared plus b squared. For v, if you wanted to, you could say that the vector v is equal to the square root of c squared plus d squared, but it's essentially the same formula as the magnitude of u. Alright, so what I want to do is I want to use this relationship to help us find cosine of angle theta. And so on the top, I'm going to do the dot product of u and v. So remember, to do that, I'm going to take my a coordinate, which is -2, times my c coordinate, which is the x coordinate of v, plus b, which is my y coordinate of the first vector, times the y coordinate of my second vector, divided by the magnitude of u. So I would take the square root of -2 squared plus 5 squared times the square root of 5 squared plus -4 squared. So when you enter this into your calculator, you would have to enter it in exactly as this. I am going to go ahead and do some simplifying just to make it easier. So -2 times 5 ends up giving me -10 plus -20, which gives me -30 on the top. Okay. In the denominator, -2 squared is 4 plus 5 squared, so I end up with 4 plus 25, which is 29, times the square root of 25 plus 16, which is 41. So what I'm going to enter into my calculator is the fact that theta is equal to the inverse cosine of -30 divided by the square root of 29 times the square root of 41. And remember that this entire denominator needs to be put in parentheses when you are plugging this into your calculator. So let's grab our calculator. Before we start, let's check our mode to make sure that we are in degree mode, which we are. And then let's plug in our values. So I'm going to do second cosine, and then I would plug in the -30 divided by, open a parentheses, second square root 29, go outside of the square root and open up another square root of 41. Go out of there, and then we would close both of our parentheses and then hit enter. So we end up with 150.46 degrees approximately. So the angle between vector u and vector v is 150.46 degrees. So just to recap, to find the angle between two vectors, you find the dot product and divide it by the product of the magnitudes of each vector. As always, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know. If there are additional topics you need me to cover, please let me know that as well.